All right, here we go. Hopefully this is a good camera angle. I get 8x4 tearaway sheets because they're easy to work with. Usually I just fold it in half, tuck it under the plate, sweatband. You want to take the sweatband out of place. Now, as you're putting the hat on, these hoops have those, I don't know what you call those, but you'll see these sticks sticking out. You want to put your hat around those because you're going to use the clips to secure your hat in the back. Hold on a second. I'm not the best videographer here. All right. So my finger here, I pull back on the hat. Now when I pull back on the hat, right here in the front, I'm going to try my best to show you. I don't know if you can see, but you see the tearaway there, and then the sweatband showing. You're going to align that up. Hold on a second. Bear with me. I ain't the best videographer. You're going to line that up within here, within this groove. You're going to have to get a feel for it. Because if you don't get it in the groove, your hat might be too pushed in. So you won't be able to get the sewing space, the proper sewing space that you want. So you definitely want to find that groove. So tuck your hat in real well. Make sure it's around those sticks. I'm calling them sticks. I can't think of the name. Make sure here that you're aligned with that seam. So when you put the belt on, it's going to catch that seam right here that's on the top as well. So you'll know you're in a good position when you start wrapping it around. And then clip it shut. You shouldn't have no issues. What I usually do is I make sure that the belt is sitting in the seam within that seam. See, it's secure. It's not moving. Not left. Not right. On this side. In here, there's a screw. You can loosen that screw and pull this down more if you need this to be firmer. Or you can loosen it. It's just going to depend on the fabric that you got. But there's a screw within here. Like I said, I'm not the best videographer. But this will loosen up. You can adjust it according to the fabric. Because some fabrics are very, very thin. So you're going to have to loosen that screw up. It's down in here. Loosen that screw up and pull this down, because it adjusts this. If you see here, I don't know if you can see, it'll adjust. It moves. It's meant to move. That way your hat is firmer and it's stuck and it's not moving around. You don't want the hat to move around while it's stitching, because it's going to lose registration. So once we get that down pat, we want to come here and pull down on the hat as much as we can. Don't be afraid, you're not going to ruin the hat. And then we'll clip them in. Same thing on both sides. Pull as hard as you can. Watch it you don't hit this, because it'll tend to move the hat around. Now when we're here, there's going to be a slight gap in it. It's going to be a slight gap in it. So what I'll do is I'll come back around and form fit the hat to that back plate. There's a plate in here that's going to help you. I'm going to come back, clip it again, do the same thing for the other side. Now, hold on a second. Now, steamers. I got this steamer. You could get whichever one you want, but you want one that produces good enough steam. I'll show you why. Because I've seen some people with steamers that they don't steam enough, so it doesn't give enough moisture to the hat. But let me let this heat up, and I'll show you how to steam the hat. Now, you see my steamer? I don't know if you can see that. See all that steam is producing? That's what you want. You don't want to get a steamer that's not really producing any steam. So we're going to come here. Hold on a second. I'm getting too far away from the plug. Right. Here we go. We'll come here. You don't want to wet the hat. And if it's a white hat, red hat, watch it that your hands aren't dirty, because you're going to take the dirt from your hands and dirty the hat. So if it's like a white hat, anything that'll show stains, you got to watch your hands. So we steam it, not too much, we don't want to wet it too much. That's about it. Now I'll come down here and form fit it again against that plate. I want to flatten this out as much as I can, because the flatter it is, the easier it's going to be able to stitch on. That's why it's good to steam it and then just form it. And it's easier to form it here on the plate, because if you do it, let's say you take it off of here, there's no stability in the back, so you're going to reshape the hat. The hat might not look the same anymore. It might be a little crook. It'll have indentations, etc., etc. So when you steam it, press down like that and do the same thing. Press down, pull the hat back. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but you see that now that I can shape it better. Now you might be thinking this is a little time consuming, but I'd rather spend time prepping the hat than being on the machine trying to figure out what's going wrong. So I'm gonna set it on the machine. I'll be right back. All right, get over here. Put it in. Now I don't know if you can tell from there. Hold on, let me see if I can bring y'all in a little closer. The lighting ain't the best in here. So when we get here, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of bounce. Not too much, but that's not gonna hurt us. So the hat's still moist, so I'll just come here and same thing. It's bent here. You got your two plates on the side plus your needle plate in the middle. So you just form fit it like that. That's all. Play with it a little bit. Grab your steamer. Put a little steam on it if you feel as though you need it. But right now I'm just going to line this up. I usually don't do this with the hat on it when I start it, because sometimes you have issues. So I'll go ahead and steam it a little bit. It's hot. Just give it a little moisture. If you have to come and restrap it, don't worry about it. But I think we should be good to go. This is number 4. All right, we'll run that, see what happens. Right now I'm running it at 450, and it sounds good. It sounds really good right now. You don't hear a popping sound. Usually you'll hear a popping sound like a Snapple cap. That popping sound. This is cool. So I can go ahead and increase it. I'm going to go ahead and push it up to 600. I should show a video when I don't steam it, which I was going to do, but a lot of people are asking me questions, so I'd rather just get to the point. If you see me stitching, that's fine. Right on the baseball cap. And I can increase the speed. I'm going to push it up all the way to 700. Right now my hook is so I got to put my finger in. I haven't ordered me a hook. Great hook for the back of the hook. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That was my fault because I took it off. And I bent it. When I took it off, it bent it. I don't think those were meant to be taken out. Why I took it out, the max. And I would get to the center of the hat. There you go. No problems, no issues. For now, it's what it at, what? 720. And see those are my settings for my hat, 350 to 80. I go all the way to 85 in height. Because trucker hats have a lot of soul in the field, so you could definitely boost it up to 85. There you have it, folks. I don't want to stretch the video out anymore. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask. And I'm running on standard needles. These are standard needles I'm running on right now. Regular old. I got 8012s. I'm using, right now, those are regular standard 7511s. So if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert. I've only been doing this for 2 years. I probably got another 10 years to go before I could call myself a professional personally. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.